Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Be mindful of Allah and He will protect you." Be mindful of Allah and you will find Him in front of you. If you ask Allah. If you seek help from Allah. Are you feeling like your prayers for marriage are going unanswered? Maybe it's not a delay, but divine preparation. In this video, we'll uncover the subtle and powerful signs that Allah is preparing you for marriage. From personal growth to spiritual alignment, these moments are not coincidences. Stay tuned, because recognizing these signs could bring you closer to the beautiful union you've been praying for, inshallah. Number 1. You are becoming more conscious of Allah. Becoming more conscious of Allah is one of the clearest signs that Allah is preparing you for marriage. Marriage in Islam is not just a social contract, but a deeply spiritual bond, a means of worship, and a path to earning Allah's pleasure. When you start to feel a heightened sense of awareness about your relationship with Allah, it is often an indication that Allah is preparing your heart for the responsibilities and blessings of marriage. A successful marriage requires more than love and companionship. It requires taqwa, God consciousness, patience, mercy, and a sincere commitment to pleasing Allah through your relationship. By drawing you closer to Him, Allah is equipping you with the spiritual tools needed to navigate the tests and joys of married life. As you strengthen your connection with your Creator, you naturally become more prepared to fulfill the rights of your spouse, to forgive, to show compassion, and to uphold the trust of marriage. Moreover, this growing consciousness also means you begin to purify your intentions when it comes to seeking a spouse. Instead of being driven by superficial desires, you start to look for a partner who shares your values and your dedication to Allah. This shift in mindset protects you from choices based solely on worldly attractions and guides you toward a union that is spiritually enriching. Ultimately, Allah prepares His servants by first preparing their hearts. When you feel this awakening, consider it a beautiful sign that Allah is nurturing you for something sacred. Trust His timing, continue your self-development, and make dua for a righteous spouse. Allah's plans are always perfect, and this phase of growth is part of His divine preparation for your future marriage. Number 2. You start working on yourself. Starting to work on yourself is one of the clearest signs that Allah is preparing you for marriage. Before Allah unites two people, He often guides them to strengthen their relationship with Him and themselves. When you begin focusing on self-improvement, whether spiritually, emotionally, or mentally, it's a sign that Allah is shaping you to be the right person for your future spouse. Marriage requires patience, understanding, and emotional maturity. By working on your character, healing from past wounds, and increasing your faith, you are building the foundation of a healthy, God-centered relationship. You start to recognize your own flaws, seek forgiveness, and aim to become a more compassionate, patient, and understanding person, qualities essential for a successful marriage. Allah, in His wisdom, prepares your heart so that you can love not just with emotion, but with responsibility and sincerity. Additionally, as you work on yourself, you learn to place your trust in Allah's timing. You understand that finding a spouse is part of your qadar, divine decree, and that true reliance is on Him alone. Instead of rushing or settling out of fear, you develop sabr, patience, and yaqeen, certainty that what is meant for you will arrive at the perfect time. Self-development is a journey of becoming whole within yourself, so you do not seek someone to complete you, but rather to complement your growth and share the path to Jannah together. So when you feel that pull toward bettering yourself, take it as a beautiful sign that Allah is preparing not only you, but also your future spouse, for a marriage rooted in His guidance and mercy. Number 3. You feel a genuine desire for marriage. Feeling a genuine desire for marriage, purely for the sake of Allah, is a beautiful sign that Allah may be preparing you for this important step in life. When the intention behind wanting marriage shifts from personal desires or societal pressures to a sincere yearning to fulfill a divine purpose, it reflects a level of spiritual maturity and readiness. You begin to see marriage not just as companionship, but as an act of worship, a means to please Allah, protect your faith, and build a righteous household. Allah places certain desires in our hearts at the right time. When you feel drawn to marriage because you want to complete half of your deen, protect yourself from temptation, and create a family that worships Allah together, it is a sign that your heart is aligning with His guidance. This genuine intention purifies your purpose, making you more patient and willing to follow the correct steps, such as making dua, seeking knowledge about the rights and responsibilities in marriage, and trusting in Allah's timing. Moreover, this sincere desire often brings about positive changes in your character. You may notice yourself becoming more serious about personal development, striving to improve your akhlaq, character, and becoming more mindful of your obligations to Allah and future spouse. These internal shifts are signs of preparation, indicating that Allah is cultivating you to be a source of mercy and tranquility for your future partner. Finally, this feeling motivates you to rely on Allah, increasing your tawakkul, trust in Him. Instead of rushing or feeling desperation, you place your trust in His perfect plan, knowing that He unites hearts at the best time. In this way, the genuine Allah-centered desire for marriage is both a sign of readiness and a means of spiritual growth, preparing you for the sacred bond ahead. Number 4, you find stability in your life. Finding stability in your life is often a powerful sign that Allah is preparing you for marriage. Stability does not mean life is perfect or free from trials, but rather that you are becoming more grounded, emotionally mature, and spiritually aligned. When you start to experience stability in your career, your faith, and your character, it is a sign that you are being equipped to fulfill the responsibilities that come with marriage. To fulfill this, one needs to be in a position where they can provide emotional support, patience, and understanding. Allah, in His wisdom, often allows us to go through phases of self-development and internal balance before bringing another person into our lives. This process helps us understand our own needs and limits, allowing us to be better spouses. When you notice that you're becoming more at peace with yourself, handling your emotions with wisdom, and making decisions with clarity, it is a sign that you are moving toward readiness. Stability also reflects in your relationship with Allah. You become more consistent in your prayers, in seeking His guidance, and in trusting His plan. This spiritual anchoring is crucial because it forms the foundation of a healthy marriage. Moreover, when you achieve stability, you are less likely to enter marriage seeking someone to complete you, but rather to complement you. You are prepared to give rather than only receive, to build rather than only hope. Allah, in His mercy, aligns your circumstances and heart so that you are ready to embrace the responsibilities and blessings of marriage. Trust His timing, for He knows when you are truly prepared. Number 5, you encounter trials that teach you valuable lessons. Encountering trials that teach you valuable lessons is a profound sign that Allah is preparing you for marriage. In His infinite wisdom, Allah knows that marriage is not merely about companionship, but about growth, patience, sacrifice, and mercy. Through life's tests, He molds you into someone capable of fulfilling the responsibilities that come with this sacred bond. Before uniting two souls, Allah often refines them individually. Trials develop emotional maturity, teaching you how to control anger, manage expectations, and communicate with wisdom. Every difficult moment becomes a lesson in patience and empathy, two essential qualities in a successful marriage. For example, facing misunderstandings at work or with family can prepare you to handle conflicts in marriage with grace instead of frustration. Moreover, trials often teach you resilience and reliance upon Allah. In marriage, there will be times when you or your spouse may feel weak or uncertain. If you have already learned how to turn to Allah during hardships, you will bring that spiritual strength into your marriage, becoming a source of comfort and guidance for your partner. These challenges also purify your intentions. They remind you that marriage is not solely for worldly happiness, but as a means to please Allah and grow closer to Him. By enduring hardships with sabr, patience, and shukr, gratitude, you become more grateful for the blessings a spouse can bring and less likely to take them for granted. Ultimately, when you view your trials as divine preparation, you approach marriage not from a place of desperation, but from a place of readiness and responsibility. Allah, in His perfect timing, uses every lesson to prepare your heart and character. So when you do enter marriage, you are equipped to nurture it with wisdom, compassion, and taqwa. If you enjoyed this video, you'll love what's next. Click the playlist on your screen to dive into more inspiring Islamic content. May Allah bless you.